A long time ago, my friends told me that I should watch One Piece. At the time, it was over 100 and something episodes, so naturally my response was nah. But with time, I did what I always do. I started watching all the openings to see how I feel about it. And by the sixth opening, A Brand New World, I was blown away. I needed to know what is happening, who are all these people, what they are fighting for, what is the world about, what are the powers and the fighting styles. So I started watching One Piece. And for a long time, it was good. Really, really good. I really liked the dream that Luffy had of being the king of the pirates and find One Piece. And even if other people see pirates as bad, because obvious reasons, he saw it with a light heart. The sense of adventure, the freedom, the possibility to go from island to island, to do whatever you want, to save everyone if you want, to fight anyone that you want. Basically, the choice is yours, if you want to be good or you want to be bad. So, I really like that. Also, all the crew members, including Luffy, had this sad backstory about when they were kids, and that shaped them in some way and give them a sense of purpose or a goal, and that's really relatable. At the beginning, the adventures are short, and we are start to meeting the crew, and when they reach the Grand Line, the adventures get more and more complicated, and the enemies stronger, and you feel really excited because you notice the difference, and that's awesome. Sadly, with time, the arcs start to getting too long, and then we lost the crew, and it's just Luffy, and every episode is just like 10 minutes of something new, and the rest is just a recapitulation of something that we've seen before. And by the time that Luffy has to go to save Ace, we see him running and running and running over and over in the same way for I don't remember how many episodes. And I'm just thinking, why the crew's not here? This is supposed to be a great moment, a very personal moment for Luffy, and we don't have the crew. We have all these people fighting that I don't care. I don't care about Shirohige's crew, and I don't care about the villains that were saved from prison. I don't care about anything of this. I want to see the crew helping Luffy to save his brother. And he failed to save him, and Ace dies. But it doesn't matter, because Luffy have another secret brother that came back to life, and then eat the same fruit and gain the same powers as Ace, and I'm like, why? Why we did all this? What was the point? I don't know. And at this time I'm like, I had enough of One Piece. But I was convinced that I should keep watching, because when they reunite with the crew, everything's gonna be good again, and everything's gonna be awesome. So I keep watching. By the time they reunite again, I was excited. I wanted to know how powerful they are now, the new techniques, what they learned, the new powers they had, and where the story is gonna go. But the arcs felt so mandatory, like we have to pass through here. It was like in an RPG when you have to go from one town to another and you have to go through a cave. It's nothing to do with the story, nothing to do with the characters, and I got bored. I watched till the fight with Don Quixote Don Flamingo, so I watched a lot of One Piece, and I don't remember the crew doing anything important. I just remember that Sanji learned to fly because he didn't want to be transformed into a bot pirate. I love One Piece. I love the way that you go from island to island and you have new adventures. It's a great way to advance the story. And I really like the Devil Fruits and how they were classified and the powers they give. And then they introduced Haki, and I was like, great, we have Ki now. And that gives you another level of different abilities you can combine and different powers. And it was awesome. But they give Luffy the super powerful Haki, and then they make his fruit be super legendary fruit, and I'm like, is he supposed to be the chosen one? Because I didn't like that. I want him to fight with people that are more powerful than him and find ways to beat them, and now he's kind of a god. I'm like, I don't want to see this anymore. When I learned that Netflix is making a live action of One Piece, I didn't care, because I was so disenchanted by everything that I just mentioned. But I watched the trailer and it felt like One Piece. The good One Piece, from the beginning, where everything was an adventure and the arcs were short and Luffy was brave and had this dream. and it wasn't just stupid. And Zoro was a serious fighter and not just some goofball that get lost all the time. I really want to see that and ignite my love for One Piece again. Because even after all that I said, it's a fact that One Piece is an excellent story from the beginning to Enies Lobby. It seems they're gonna end the first season with the fight with Arlon. So if we have then a second season with Arabasta, and then a third season that ends with Enies Lobby, oh, that's gonna be so good. And for what I have seen, everyone involved with the show seems to care and like One Piece and respect the source material. I like when I see actors saying that they love the characters they're gonna portray, and even if they are lying, it just shows professionalism, it shows respect, and that gives us hope that this is gonna be a great show. Part of the problem with the anime was that it didn't make it into seasons. That way, the manga could have advanced and we will have just the good parts and not just so much filler. But now we don't have that problem. What I'm trying to say is, there is no better motivation to achieve anything than the threat of being Okama Gang Ramba. So, that's all. Thanks for watching and have a good fab. Bon voyage! Please don't forget the show, we had too much shit. So make it entertaining, for God's sake. Boom, 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 boom.